To recap, we are playing the Fallen Eagle mod, which is a full conversion mod, which essentially puts you at the dying days, the end of the Roman Empire. So we are in 515 AD, and there's a bunch of different starts. We are playing as, currently, Duke Uther Aurelianus, son of Duke Ambrosius, our father. And we are really the last of the Romans, and we are trying to preserve Roman civilization in Britain. That is what we're trying to do. So, where we left this 2 weeks ago, because I was at a christening last week, is we had managed to kind of expand from our little bit of Britannia Prima here to take a lot more territory. There is rather nicely a custom struggle that we've got, which is the struggle for Britannia. So that's ongoing. We also have various things. They've added trade resources, which is quite cool. So some provinces generate extra stuff that gives bonuses based on what buildings you have there. So I think, for example, here we have dyes. So building a market in the county capital will allow the ruler to get a monthly prestige income bonus, which is quite nice. Again, do let me know on sound effects and music, because we can tweak things around still. Especially now you've had the kind of first grand sweep in the music. So let me know how stuff works. So, everyone is fighting. Stop, stop, why you fight? So we are not actually at war, we're not stressed. We are 30 years old, we are popping out sprogs. Do we have any decent sprogs? Not great. Sister's alright, she's alright. We have an alliance with Fife. If I remember, I'm slightly worried that people around us have sufficient troops to... Yeah, Jesus, no. Part of me thinks we should... I mean, realistically, we should pledge to them. And then eat it from inside. But I feel like that wouldn't be good roleplay. How is Napoleon? He is wandering around. He was just on the windowsill a minute ago. He has wandered off. He will be going into the bedroom because Bex is at home today. Or at least for now. She's swimming later. Which means I suspect he will be snuggling up on the bed for a nap with her shortly. But yeah, what else were we doing? What are we sitting on notification-wise? Our bishop doesn't like us. This is a problem. Dude, can you start liking us, please? That's a cultural difference. Because I assume he's Hellenic. Yeah, that's the problem. We can create the Kingdom of Dumnonia, which is down there. That would give us a kingdom title. We do have a men-at-arms regiment we're not stationing. Who are we not stationing? These are growing, which is hitting our income at the moment. All of them are unstationed. Okay. Don't think there's going to be a massive number of bonuses for this. What do we have? Oh yeah, we have war dogs. We don't know what they do, but they are quite cool. Right, war dogs. Station over there, because you can get plus 15. Because it's got high tents. Okay, war dogs get stationed there. Bonuses are pretty even on everything else. So I think we will just station them over there, because I'd rather our armoured footmen get the boost from the Mott here. He is indeed living his best ex-feral kitty life. We do have a powerful vassal expects a court position, but I don't think we're particularly worried about that at the moment. Let's go on, proceed on low. So, I think... Now, our daughters aren't betrothed. I do worry about Wales. He is Same faith, I think. Okay, could we... He doesn't have a wife. Dude, do you want to marry my daughter? He does not want an alliance. That's the problem. The marrying down we could get rid of by forming the kingdom. Grand wedding would be 300. I need a dominant side as well. So he is not going to marry us. Reged, his wife is pregnant. We could get ourselves an alliance with her when she... Got another 6 months before we could get that. Eber Arkham... I mean, they might not even anyway because they're druidic. The problem is he's the main other Christian power on the continent. Frickin' druidic faith has staged a massive comeback here. That's not the greatest thing for us. I just don't think there's any other good... Like, if we do religion map... We'd have to go on to the continent for it. Or we go up here. Oh, interesting. So it's nice to see what the holy sites are for different faiths. So their holy sites are all up there. Oh, and Rome, interestingly. Ours obviously are all down here. Gaelic's interesting. Giant's Causeway's quite... Oh, that's interesting. Giant's Causeway. That'd be around here somewhere. I feel like that should be over here, not over there. Good morning, Vitanda. But yeah, so if we're looking for co-religionists, we've got the Irish in their silly boob hats who are just properly at war with each other. It's Wales. I mean, can we fuck with Wales? It's hard to. Like, I don't think Reged's gonna want a wedding. Will he at least sell us a truce? He will sell us a truce. Okay, I think we do that. Right, that at least secures that flank. Have to ask, is it murder run? Not really. It's more of a roleplay run, so... Murder may happen. So who else do we have truces with? So we've got Wales for 15 years. We're allied to some dude in Fife. Truce with Mediolanum. And truce with Essex. I feel like we should maybe focus on picking off some of these small outlying bits and just spending 15 years consolidating. Like, can we declare on this dude straight away? Do we have a truce with him? No. So we could straight up go for that. It's going to cost us 20 faith. Well, the thing is, we're not actually Arthur at the moment. We are Uther. Well, we're not even proper Uther, because we're Ambrosius' son, Uther, because our brother Uther died. Right, I think we do this to just mop that up. Because if we don't, Wales will. I think there's an element of trying to eat the little bits here before the others do. Now, question is, I think we should be able to support our whole military. Because we do have that rather filthily good gold mine here. Uther was indeed a marriage breaker. Oh, I bought a new webcam as well. God damn it. Our wife's dead. She did give us a beautiful son. When the midwife finally exits the birth chamber with a softly crying bundle in her arms, relief washes over me. Then I see the look on her face. I'm sorry, my lord. Lady Sarah. Words fail her, but the tone of her voice says it all. One life has been extinguished, but a new one has just begun. I must stay strong for my son. Right. Let's give him Julius. This is going to stress us out. Does Asterix say par tutatis in the... He does. He says by tutatis in the English version. Right. Well, dead wife. On the plus side, every cloud when he pops out his kid, we could try. Pentagon will rise. Yeah, it's all about the Pentagon. It's the military-industrial complex. This run is all about the victory of the military-industrial complex. Welcome to the stream, Frank Bozo. We kind of need to marry again, because that hit us. Can we find someone? We're all right for prestige. Traits. That gives us an alliance with that tiny little earldom there. Hell of an intrigue boost. Really what I care about is that. Ambitious, arrogant, and compassionate. That's not the worst traits for us to educate a kid with. She's got 13 stewardship. She's 34, so she's got about 10 years left of fertility. So she's not going to pop out too many sprogs. She'd be a really good tutor. Chance any kids we have with her get intelligent, plus our we might get a good kid out of that. She's a former gladiatrix. Oh, look, we've got to do it. She's an ex-gladiator. I feel like, chat, we've got to marry an ex-gladiator. Oh, come on. She looks badass. We've got to marry her. Placidia warrior princess indeed. There we go. That sorts out our problem on that. And I don't think we're even hyper-focused on it. Oh, no, we are on managed domains. That's fine. Lives in the Isle of Man, too. I mean, okay, so there are some disadvantages to it. It's good to know we only lose a tiny bit of cash when we've got everything raised. We can usurp the petty kingdom of Essex once we've got... That would give us a... The problem with this is... I feel like we want to form our own kingdom. Because we want the de jure bonuses. Like, what is the kingdom map in this mod? We kind of want Britannia. We're not far off being able to create it. Britannia would be thematic. I think we can push for that. We only need, what, 5 more counties and we could do it. And we can pick that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 easy pickup counties there. We can create the Cornwall one as well. I'm just not convinced it's worth the effort. Because it'll only give us that as de jure. So we'd be paying 300 gold for a very small kingdom that wouldn't help us with all of this territory. As title split protection, there is that. That is the thing it would do. At the moment, I'm not overly confident in making Ambrosius our heir, if I'm honest. 500 gold is a hard push. It shouldn't be that hard a push for us, to be honest. I'm pretty certain we can make 500 gold. We are being raided by these bankers, but, like, dealing with raiders would help. Segavax has been a real challenge to mentor. Who the fuck is Segavax? Well, whoever he is, he's dead. Oh, he was the wolf boy. He was the imbecilic wolf boy we found. Apparently he's returned to nature, which is another word for saying he's dead. Who wants a truce? You do. Who are you? Bravonia. Now, that is 50 gold. And it's 10 years. Okay. Ransom. Anyone else we can ransom? Count Erasmus of Puttlingen. The game is much better since they added more contextual information to this, without a doubt. Yeah, tried to recapture as well when the Wolves ate him. Pretty much. Right. Hello, you fuckers. Jesus. Fucking Earl Caradic needs to like us. We now are over our province limit, and I feel like we should dish that out. How are we looking on the council? That's all earls and all of that kind of stuff. Is staying Roman Christian part of the rollway, or would a return to early Roman religion? Maybe on a return to the early Roman religion. I think we'd need a thematic or some kind of event or something that I think would make it worthwhile. I might just save that for a future run. I quite like the idea of doing that, but in this one, because we're going pseudo-Arthurian, staying one of the organised Christian faiths. Right, I think... Right, do we have any guests that are really good fighters? Because if we have some guests who'd make good knights, I'll give them... I'll give them some territory. Let's have a look at our realm. Courtiers. It's a useful county claim. What claims he got? Brest. That is not a useful county claim. Right, no useful guests, so I think we're just creating. Oh, we can do this commission monument thing that we really need to look into. Isn't Arthurian legend a mix of Christianity and Druidic faith? Yeah, I also do like the Mary Stuart stuff, where she makes it very Mithraic, as well as the kind of the old gods and everything else. She has a whole thing in her books about the theme that Ambrosius, when he reinvades Britain, brings is take power where power is offered. So it's a sort of, I will take power and show respect to the old gods, whilst also showing respect to the Christian gods as well. And that's how she marries the kind of the dual tradition of Arthur as Christian warrior and Arthur as Merlin and everything else. Gotcha, you little fucker. Give me my money back. That's the one we bought. Sucks to be you, man. See, you know what I said about not having trouble finding the money? Right, murder raiders. Right, so how many provinces do we need for Britannia? Because we're well on the way now. Right, we hold 16. So everything within these borders counts. So these two would be good. He has Nars. Jesus, dude, how have you got so many troops? You must have event troops. Fuck me, he's got event troops. That's not useful. Do we reckon his event troops are going to be inheritable? He will accept a marriage to one of our daughters. That would be very useful. Can you get a knight order? Yeah, we probably can. I'd be interested to see if they've changed names on it, if you get Knights of the Grail and stuff like that. I feel like we'd be silly not to do that marriage. That's Morcantia. Morcanta. Right, I think we're going to do that for now. Because that's just security. You have him... Right, you've got a nice little hug box going on here, but if we get those allies... Are the new night features available? What features specifically are you talking about? Are those three just like in a massive... They are in a proper hug box. Jesus, he's got a lot of allies. Oh, he's got Reged as well. Sorry I have to marry to Pop's guy. Yeah. Sucks to be her, but... I mean, technically we could break that. Really? Honestly think that's a good idea? We just talked about this. How are you looking? I think we have a truce with you. Yeah, we have a truce with you, so no murdering for you for a while. I mean, the thing is, we could go after Reged. If he'd come in on our side. But he does hate us, so he probably won't. Like, he won't fight against us. But he won't come in on our side. Which does mean we're going to have to fight these three to really achieve anything. He is getting raided right now. If we moved fast on that, we could arguably wipe out the troops before they can achieve anything. Because individually, none of them have got enough gold for mercs. The features from the last DLC, Knightly Honours and stuff. Not yet. Well, mind you, I'm not a kingdom yet, so I couldn't tell you. Do we actually have a claim on you? We do. We have to be quick to make this work. But worst case, we can merc up. Senshi, mind you, we've got that level 40 leader, and as long as he's alive, that should help. Right, we need to kill them fast. Yeah, come on in. Yeah. Gotcha. That'll do. I've only got 2 loot. Not worth it. Stay on siege. Alright, that worked because we were able to get in there fast, and now they're just murdering themselves. Having dealt with some trivial errand in town, my entourage and I hear a loud crash. An investigation shows it was some burg or other throwing a clay pot from their window and carrying it where it might hit down below. Callous, yes, but what can you expect? At that rate, it's hardly worth much further. Someone's going to drop a pot on our head and kill us. This event killed one of my characters. Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of a foreboding. Just because we're still a duchy. If we were a kingdom, I wouldn't mind. We are slightly fragile to sudden death. Give me 50 gold. Someone is plotting against me. Get onto that. Are they doing a claim throne? Yeah, try it. Bring it. Well, claim throne, I could see a lot of people wanting to claim throne. Now, the thing with them doing this is it means that we can actually declare war on these and just get this territory. Because they're murdering their own armies. The control level, let's just improve control. In fact, actually, we should check what our council tasks are. Convert faith. I put you on domestic, I think. I really like him to like us. Problem is he's... Let's see what he asks for. He's going to get a weak hook. He's already on the council. I am happy to grant you low taxes. Which means now he can't use it to modify his contract. So there's not really much he can do with that. Right, now the quick thing we want to do, other than giving that out, is these two are now vulnerable. Your claim is important to us. You're being held in a queue until one of our murder ducks can get to you. Yeah, exactly. The three wars of Om, Nom, and Nom. Yes. Because essentially, he now has no troops, but still has that alliance. And he has 100 troops and a bunch of alliances, but now... I think kind of we maybe want to see if we can kill him. Or his children. Like, that alliance I'm not fussed about. That alliance I am fussed about. And that alliance I'm not... Well, we're going to kill off anyway. So it's the Reged alliance that's the problem for us. How is he getting the Reged alliance? Chiefess... Oh, it's his wife. If we wanted to murder him... Well, when you put it that way... We'd probably capture him quickly. Well, yeah, no guarantee on that, though. No guarantee we'd capture him in a war. The nice thing is these are cheap prestige wars because of the track we've gone down. Now, actually, this would be an interesting test. Because I don't think he'll come in. No, this is what I thought. So that alliance is useful to stop other people attacking us. But he is sure as hell not going to lend us a hand at any point. Hello, boys. Remember us? Faramond is doing it. Throw him in jail. We'll just do that. Not spending the money on it. Tutor our daughter? I mean... Suppose so. Is there any point educating girls? Learn off your my spy master. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that plan. He's going to need educating. Also, we're stressed. We do. anything to get us off of our stress. I know that's 90. I feel like that's worthwhile. Count Erasmus? No. Why are we down to 48? We lost someone out of the plot. Right, what we should do is... How much? 13? Bargain. Council, flip her to that. That's better. Master sons party together, the right leeches camp plans, local gamekeepers. Success chance decreases greatly. Peril mild, prestige mediocre. Let's go mild peril. I'm ultimately we're just after a tiny bit of stress relief here. Is really all we care for. Success chance increases. Get back on your damn horse. Stewardship perk. Detailed ledgers, maybe? Building cost isn't enormously useful to us at the moment. Let's go detailed ledgers. Oi, be more careful. Hopefully we'll lose that stress in a minute. 58% chance we shoot the beast. He gets a prowess challenge. He has terrible prowess. Or the roe pales under a hail of arrows. Ooh, we got a masterwork trinket out of that. Well, that went quite well. Annoyingly, I think that's probably a wall-mounted one. It's not. Nice. That's really nice. We're just wandering around with some freaking roe antlers on our back. Did he just get imprisoned? Yeah, there's still got a decent chance on that. We use the antlers to hold shopping bags. Yeah, exactly. Good old Viraconium. Tribal. This is the problem as well. We're going to start getting into tribal territories now. Like, a lot of the feudal stuff is down here, and then it gets very tribal the further up here you go. But that's another one on our quest. 18. We only need 3 more. Did I imprison him? Did I capture him? Is that what it was? I did. Well spotted. Problem is he hasn't got a kingdom to be in now. I don't think. Yeah, no, he's back in. He's back in with it. He's cool with it. Right, let's see if that plot comes off. Because if so, we're going straight after this lot. Funding natural philosophy gives us learning +2 and dev growth. Yes. Because how are we looking down in... I really want to rename that. I mean, essentially it's Winchester. Depends on whether... Well, Londinium is going to be the capital of Britannia, isn't it? Let's be honest. Really could do with some... You're in control over there. I'm less fussed about that than I am about controlling Londinium, please. He is doing dev growth there. Let's let him finish that. And then I think we want to push him over to Londinium. Essex disintegrated too. Yeah, I mean, we can pick up 2 counties from Essex. They're feudal as well, which is nice. I mean, he's a easy murder. I feel like we should go after him before someone else does. Oh, we've still technically got a truce with him. Truce with him. When does his truce with us expire? When does that truce expire? 41 days. Well, I would like to subscribe to your newsletter, sir. Sir? Sir? I hand you this piece of paper on which there is a single word. And that word, sir, is yoink. I do not know what the Latin for yoink is, but Uther has probably just uttered it. How many troops has he got again? 136. I mean, beat him with just men at arms. Mind you, we need to siege it, so... A toast to his health. Oh dear, how sad he's dead. "11-month siege. Couple of people we can ransom. Don't fucking start with this shit. Bad enough in the base game. It's a faction to install Earl Tristan of Camalodunum. He's the dude who just got the claim, little shit. Being raided. Arseholes. Give me the money. Got a kingdom to found. Our bishop really does not want to be swayed. Right, Julianus is curious, which is potentially quite handy. He is going to be educated by my wife. The bishop, one of my daughters to educate. Yeah, I could do. Who's guardianing her at the moment? Who's your guardian? Spy Master really likes us, so we can actually get away with doing that. Educate child. Where my bishop at? So that's going to tick up by 15. No one we can ransom on that. Because he's only got 1 gold. Kind of want to go after them, because we'll beat them. That's nice of him. He was building some Baileys there for us. Right. Who are we giving this to? Grant to Noble of Britannia Roman culture. Ooh, handily that broke up on his death. Sir? I have in my hand a piece of paper. Ignore the fact that it is covered in blood. I may have used this piece of paper already in the last few months. But once again, as with its previous holder, I wish you to note the word that is written upon it. That word, sir, is yoink. If you and your 70 friends would care to meet me in battle, you are welcome to do so, sir. Or indeed your 80 friends. Right, that Liberty faction can fuck right off. I mean, he's busy being raided, so I suspect that's going to drop off shortly. Once we get this kingdom founded, we really need to push on military strength, because we are very weak. Hello, Nightwild2828. Welcome back to the stream. Now, he does have a son. He might die. Do I have any spare daughters? I do have a spare daughter. Would you go matrilineal on your second son? No. Maybe? Yes. Right, that deals with that for now. Was that a Chamberlain reference followed by yoink, by yoink rather than peace in our time? I mean, you have to ask, if Chamberlain had had a yoink written on that piece of paper, the world may well have been a better place. Oh no, we lost our ridiculously good marshal, did we? I mean, he's still fucking decent. Don't want to be taking on stress. We are going to murder the shit out of them if they don't fuck off. Essentially, if they're still hanging around in 4 months, they are getting murdered. joins my court. Not particularly useful for anything, so, you know. I suppose he's a Leonid. Yeah, we're quite well off on the council at the moment. He should really be... Promotes the growth of a minority group. Interesting. Can you culturally convert? Oh no, Londinium's already Britannia Roman. That's useful. Can you do dev in Londinium? Because it is blatantly going to be our capital. I'm about to gain incapable. Because people are dropping pots on my head. Right, we need to think before this happens about regents. So, as it stands, our wife would be regent. But I feel like someone who would be selfless is better. But she would be excellent. The trouble is her loyalty's situational. And we might just be better off with the Duchess. And we just have to murder her later on. Redoing Arthurian Legend again. Yeah, but with the mod. With a the Fall of Fallen Eagles mod, which is really good. Thing is, Selfless is just really good. Selfless would mean they'd stand aside. Who gets annoyed if we designate him? Does it tell us? It's not going to tell us. Your wife has no kid with you too, so she won't try and murder your kids either. I mean, yeah, the problem is she's self-interested. Because she's ambitious. Which is great for us in education terms. It's a really fucking bad idea to have a regent that's self-interested. That's ambitious. Because unsurprisingly, ambitious regents tend not to want to give up power. How long will the regency to be? Well, this is the problem. The regency is going to be easily long enough. Because we're not even going to die, remember. We're just going to be incapable. So technically, we will still be in ruling. And we're well off Julius here becoming old enough to actually be useful. This is just a plot of Hamilton. Yeah. Does the mod change UI, or did I miss a bunch of updates? It very much changes UI. Sort by succession score. Yeah, we could do. I mean, he is the second on that, so I think he's the better option. Like, it's pissed off our marshal. But I just think it's better. Anyway, let's acquire some brain damage. problem is I just lost us culture head as well. Ugh, this is a problem. This is a problem. We have gone full weekend at Bernie's. Can a physician help? No, we're basically incapable. We kind of got to start thinking about how the fuck we get off that throne once Julius is old enough. I mean, the good news is we can attempt suicide. So I think we just have to prep for Julius. Try not to get overthrown. Can't it feel like a random event like that shouldn't be quite so devastating? I mean, at least you get warning on them now, because you get that kind of run-up of things like someone's dropping pots from windows, which they've talked about how they wanted to add more peril to the game, which I do like. You know, if you think about it, we kind of had hit a point where it was relatively easy, unless someone successfully plotted against us. You're not really going to get a lot of randomness into what happens, so I quite like it. Because, for example, it's just forced us now, it's added some interest to our game. And I like that you get at least those run-up events to warn you that something might be about to happen to you. Yeah, not enough dysentery. It's kind of like, it adds more death to the game without making death feel entirely arbitrary. So, like, when we started seeing pots falling from windows, if you remember, I disinherited my eldest son. Because I was like, okay, there is a chance now. The game is warning me that there is a chance. And it's not a majority chance, but there is a minority chance that I might now get an event where someone drops a pot on my frickin' head and I'm incapable or dead. So, I like the way they've done it, frankly. Oh, hang on. Hello, Max. I need to deal with a Max. 1 second. Sorry about that. Back. Max has been gently escorted off the premises. So he was clearly in a bit of a shenanigans mood. And Max the cat. Meets with the character trait. If you're not ignored, it could have been avoided. Yeah. Also, that it helps prevent the long glorious reign after long glorious reign. Exactly. I think it really. I like that they're adding things that CK2 was very good at throwing random shit that would stop you snowballing too much. And I think they'd hit a point with CK3 where it'd become very, very easy to just really snowball it. And it still kind of is if you know what you're doing. But it's less easy than it was. Because it just adds an element of randomness to every reign. So, like, if you think about it, it's not completely crippled our ability to do what we're trying to do here. But it's made it much harder. It's forced us down a slightly different narrative path than we were on, and that's good immersion. That's good roleplay. So I like it. They were talking about it a lot at PDXCon last year, ahead of PDX in the events about how the games are written and everything else. About talking about what they didn't want to do, what they never want to do is add arbitrary peril. You should never, or there should be very few instances where you die without warning. Now, being plotted against and murdered is not a thing that is automatically without warning. Because if your spy master is doing your job and everything else, you should be warned. If you have a spy master that hates you, well, that's obviously a problem and, you know, it's going to cause you problems. So there should be warning signs that a thing is going to happen before a thing happens. You shouldn't just have, you got hit by a meteor. So yeah, I know it's a bit of a long winding thing, but I do think I don't mind what they've done with it. Like, if you remember, the only one that really annoyed me when we were in one of our earlier runs with the latest DLC was when I was on that jousting event and just got randomly stabbed through the chest without any warning at all and dead. It's like, there's no... At the very least, before I opted to take that option, it should have said something like, I should have got a pop-up that said, I'm really keen to take part in this joust, but I'm really aware that I have very low prowess and it might be a risk to my health. You know, I should have had a thing like that, and I didn't. And that annoyed me. It wasn't the death that annoyed me, it was that. Anyway, let's grant that to someone. I think we're only one province off now, aren't we? $20, yeah. To be fair, jousting is kind of dangerous. Yes, it is, but at the very least, it should kind of give your character a kind of element of, you really sure you want to do some jousting? Because I hadn't actually spotted at the time how low the prowess actually was of my character. Because a couple of things had fired to reduce his prowess. You have no friends and are being raided. Oh, we can't declare war. Oh, that's so annoying. That's what's going to fuck us. We're going to be one province. Okay, in which case, priority now is money and economic development and troops. So that when Julius comes to power, he can just go full ham on doing what needs doing. Yeah, enforced eco-dev. I'm not actually convinced we want bastion walls there. I think we want a trade port for the dev both boost. That would give us holding tax boosts. I think right now the dev boost. And let's get some more men at arms. We're only running up 3 of our 4. Motherfucking cataphracts, get in there. So yeah, we are on 12 years of enforced eco-dev. Rope trick. I'm of a similar but slightly different opinion to Garius. I'm fine with some random character death without warning, as long as you get the ability to manage things on the event screen before it gets you. Yeah, I mean, like I just did there. Like, at the very least, it gave me enough warning that I could go, oh shit, I need to sort my regency out. Because regencies are so powerful now. I think that's what you need to be able to do. Right, this is just that faction, so that's fine. Rally the troops. That's enough. Kill them. Wait, how's that a neutral uprising now? Oh, that's the wrong one. They're up there. That must be local dude's got some problems. Sorry, carry on. Carry on with your uprising. I'm just dealing with mine. None of these are going to be particularly useful to us at the moment. Our rebels are indeed at another castle. That is because we're on eco-dev mode now. You didn't get bad traits. Enforce, expand. Do we want to reset perks? Maybe? I mean, what we do want to do is make sure we get groomed, not groomed to rule. Yeah, groomed to rule before we die. Fuck me, what's going on over there? Who leads that? I'm being raided by whales. Oh, you little fucker. Don't we have a truce? Oh, she's taken over. He's in charge now and she's regent. He's not going to live long. I mean, we're going to have to accept being raided. Yeah, that baby is not long for the world. But I don't think that baby is her daughter, is her son. Pretty certain that's his aunt. yeah, rip baby. That baby is not going to live long. Right, we are on eco dev and troops dev. I want 3k troops by the time we die. She can't attack us at the moment because of this alliance. Chat, I need you to really fucking tell me if this dude dies. If I do not spot that dude dying, you need to tell me fast. My husband, have you heard what they call you? My wife Placidia says to me while widening her stance. They call you Duke Uther the Sleeper. Spectacular, is it not? A cause for celebration, I think. I grunt in approval. Any chance of additional emotes? Yeah, I think I'm open to ideas on what we want on additional emotes, to be honest. Yeah, you can fuck off with that noise. Yoink Yeet would be good. There would be value in a Yoink Yeet. Right. If we're holding on to Londinium and Essex are going to be money makers for us. Cornwall, we're only holding on to troops at the moment. Which 3 counties are we probably really want to be holding these. Although, maybe we want to hold whatever this is in. Maybe we want to hold Powys just for that fucking building. Do you get anything other yeah, I mean, Powys we can probably over time take control of. In which case we need to think about if that's going to be our money maker, this becomes our troop place. Right, we want stables here. Because that's where we'll station the cav. Oh, can you just stop? That's not my territory, so don't be telling me I'm being raided. At least our bishop likes us now. I don't really want to purchase a truce from him because it's a bit pointless. On the plus side, 700 of those soldiers are event troops. Little Ear's like on the pick where he looks like he's a plotting snoozy dragon. Yeah. Could give you some more Napoleon emotes. Right, come on. 2 months. It's going to give us more levies, but it's also going to... We'll station the cataphracts there, and they'll be pretty fucking lethal. I really want to rename this. Because it just annoys me. Game. I mean, it would actually be... Train emote? Yeah, but what would we use it for? I think the thing with emotes is you've got to kind of... We do need an Allen emote. Yeah, we could do some Vicky 3 ones. Yeah, we probably do need a grain emote, don't we? We need a grain emote. I completely agree on that one. I mean, at this rate, we're not going to live long enough to see young Julius here on the throne. Right, you know what? We're actually going to not spend any more money. Because I don't think we can construct tax offices here yet anyway. Right, that's all of that. If we're holding on to Powys, That's holding taxes boost. So actually we do want to build stuff there that is going to boost money. So probably we go hunting grounds for the levy and defender advantage boost. Slightly less than if we'd gone hill farms, but I think it's worthwhile. We do need a B emote. Press B to meow. I could do a little mournful looking Napoleon for the B to meow. Like Napoleon doing big sad eyes. I could get Levi to knock that up. Dude, really? Sure about that? I feel like that's a spectacularly bad life choice. Mistakes were fucking made. You want Catis on that. You got to remember, you can't... If you get too complex with emotes, it's not really going to help you. Because you're just not going to see them. Right. Can we... Yes, we're +6 and we're only holding 5. I think we probably want to flip... from... What am I doing? Chat, my brain's gone. That one. Mickey Simbo, welcome to the stream. Hoping I can start to understand what the game. Yes, exclamation mark CK3 guides will take you to my YouTube channel. I need to update those, but they're still relevant. Is essentially that is a series of short sort of 5 to 8 minute videos that kind of just walks you through the basic concepts of the game. Really kind of just, it's not intended to teach you everything and kind of teach you the most optimal path to play. It's just there to kind of help you get your head around some of the concepts and not feel lost. And you can kind of almost play along with it and see how it plays out. So absolutely ask any questions you want to ask, but also do check out that series. People tell me it's quite good. Like, don't just trust me, people tell me it's quite good. But I do need to update it for all the new DLCs, so I will revisit it. Might take some time off at some point and just revisit it. But yeah, absolutely, watch, ask questions. But I'm also playing a mod, which means there's not a lot of gameplay changes to this mod, but just bear that in mind that some of the interface is going to look slightly different and everything else. But yeah, generally, CK3 guide, absolutely, dive in. Right, we are... So this is a good example. So obviously, we are currently incapable because someone dropped a pot on our head, which means we are under a regency, and this is going to be our new ruler when we die. Now, that means that even though we are currently on the stewardship track and unlocking a lot of perks for ourselves on here, what we do kind of want to make sure we do is at least switch briefly to diplomacy, because one of the things you get on diplomacy just is this, just children receive 1 to 3 extra skill points. So that's just going to make our, hopefully, next ruler just that little bit better. So we're going to flip to that, and then we will flip back when we can, but it's just beneficial for us to do that right now. York the Earthling has cashed in a random book. Okay, let me get you a random book, which does mean you get to see my new camera in action. Assuming it works. Right. Oh, thank you very much for the subscription. Ooh, a hybrid culture, the Rippero Frankish. Frankish Rippers. Right, I think we probably want to stash about 500 cash. But let's just make sure we have built wherever we want to build for now. Now, Cornwall is troopy, so that's good. Glevium we're not going to control long term. So we could build something there. Yeah, we will extend patronage because that's dev boost. Yeah, good quality furniture. It's that classic, it's the Vimes boot theory of economics. You've got to be able to afford it to do it. And then once you can afford it, it lasts a hell of a lot longer and you get better quality. But if you can't do it, you know, then you don't get the benefit. Right. You, sir, need to be doing a bit more religious conversion, I think. Increase control. Yeah, sort Londinium out, please, because I want more money. Vimes boots should be taught in primary. The thing is, it's just a really good analogy for how entrenched wealth finds it easier to continue to be wealthy. Fuck me. Plus 48. Plus 48 damage, chat. Right, that means you lot get stationed over there. It's a crazy bonus for so early in the game. Jesus! We're getting a trading and iron boost as well. Our cataphracts do 122 damage. That's some proper Arthurian knights. Right, we're up to 2214. Shockingly, the child is still alive. She is expanding territory, which worries me slightly. Her alliance is internal, though, so at least she can't get better allies. But that's building buildings. I don't think we can upgrade any buildings yet. Just need him ideally to pick up ambitious and a few of the other good traits. Be very useful. But yeah, I think money more than anything else. Just has come of age. I think we do go through with that wedding. He's one of our powerful vassals. Well! Are the traits all random? They are not. And actually, if you watch my guide thing, they will give you a guide to how that plays out. But the short thing, I'll talk you through it. Anyway, let's get rid of Duke Uther's death first. Duke Uther of Britannia Prima has left the world at 38 years of age. He died from a seizure. A keen and dedicated hunter, he loved to spend entire weeks in the wilderness looking for the most elusive game. Duke Julius ascends to the throne, having mastered many skills. He is sure to be... That's the most nice a bit we've had for anyone. We are still involved in the Britannia struggle. We need to sort out our council, and then I'll talk you through some bits. Right. You are our steward. Really do with my spymaster not hating me. Put that feels unlikely. He is closer to not hating me and is also my court physician. So, would you like some money? Marshal. I mean, ideally I'd want Brannus, but I don't think we can afford it at the moment. We've basically got 2 council positions left to play with, so who are we pissing off? Because I think we've just lost our alliance, haven't we? We can marry our brother off. We're back to not being endorsed by our bishop. Thus it ever was. Yeah, I mean, we can betroth ourselves as well. Right, he's just fucking useless at everything. He has more troops and is not the worst soldier. And who was our third? So he's not the worst troops. He's just pretty rubbish at everything. He's a very good diplomat. But he also really likes us already. He is our regent. Him liking us is good. So I feel like he does get Chancellor. Actually, no, Count Andronicus here. And you can have that. This could get tumultuous. What is B? Press B to meow. So in what's the game, chat? Game with the kitty. Essentially B is our version of F. Stray. In Stray you can press B to meow. So B to meow has become our version of F for characters we particularly like. Apparently we have a war banner we captured off of someone. The good news is we're not over our domain limit. So, education traits. Education traits are not random. They are influenced by who your guardian is. In this instance, our guardian is Placidia, who is our... well, she was essentially our foster mother? She has ambitious, arrogant, and compassionate. That means we are more likely to get ambitious, arrogant, or passionate as traits. Your education path determines which of the final education traits, i.e. these ones, you get. Whether you're going to have a military one, a boost, a stewardship boost, all of those things are defined purely by the path you are on. The quality of the education you get, i.e. how many stars you're going to get, is influenced by a couple of things. The learning skill, this is the least influential thing on it, is the learning skill of your guardian. So our guardian has a low learning skill, which is a shame, but it's not it's easily outweighed by the fact that she is intelligent. Intelligence, genius, quick, influence the quality of your education of anyone they're guardianing far more than their learning skill does. So generally you want to find people who have one of these intelligence traits to educate your kids. The other things that will influence it, finally, is your court tutor. If you are large enough to have a court tutor, you want one who is good. Because the better they are as a court tutor, the better you're going to improve your education outcomes. Now he is pretty shit, and I am therefore tempted to appoint that dude instead. Because it's going to improve our education outcomes. Now we can also study languages because we've done that, but There we go. The other thing that will increase the quality of your character is under decisions, you will find there will be stuff which is meet the peers. Now, I don't think, maybe they've removed it from this. It was under activities. If you've got the DLC, it's under activities now. You've got the meet the peers event, which means you're going to meet your friends and you'll get random bits that will kick in or boost your stuff in various ways. So that's the other thing you will get out of it. We're not going to do that though right now because money is more important to us in case we have to fight anyone. Now what we probably want to do is he still has a ton of troops and is no longer allied to us. And that is a problem. We are now in a situation where we do not have a lot of friends and we have two very powerful people on our borders who would quite like to kill us. Because we lost a ton of troops when we died. Because we're not as good a soldier. So we're not getting bonuses to our troop numbers. So realistically, we could really fucking do with an ally. And I wonder... His daughter is a bleeder. The people we can still marry off. So she is betrothed to him who is the son of him. So annoyingly, it's not renewing that alliance, which is a pain in the fucking arse because it should. We should get an option to negotiate the alliance, but the game doesn't do that, which is really annoying. Essentially, he considers his obligation to not attack us done because it was to our father, not to us. Which means we're going to do that, which pisses him off. And probably means he's now not going to agree to marry her to one of his kids. Because now he's now like, well, no. Piss me off. Good morning, afternoon. Afternoon. Good afternoons on a Hedron. Now the question is whether he'd go for it. No. The marrying down penalty's kind of doing us there. Because technically we're still just a duke, which is a problem. So we are kind of after some temporary alliances here. Duchy of Orleans, yes please. That would be enough. That would be enough. And I have zero qualms about breaking it later on. So he would lose 10 opinion of us, but that dude would gain a bunch. So I think we're going to do that. She has a very... She's an Allen. Chat, she's an Allen. We have just allied ourselves with an Allen. So yeah, the new Welsh King kind of wants an alliance. I do need to get you an Allen emote. What should our Allen emote be? Unsurprisingly, we have a dangerous faction. Now the question here is if there's something, if we want to fight this or not. Because we might just want to fight it. Because it might give us back stuff we want. So we do want to get control of Kent over time. They have less military power than us, and we would have Because I do think our ally likes us, and it'd be a defensive war. So I'm pretty certain she would bring her magnificent hat to battle to support us. So we might just want to let that one fire. Sure. I honestly think we might just want to let that fire. We're being raided. Lads! Welcome to Britain. Don't let the fucking door hit you on the way out. Should win that. She should win that without us. I feel like forming a rivalry with my Guardian is a bad idea. Oh, please don't be forgiving or shy. There is a 4% chance I beat that child to death. There is a 0 chance she kills me. There's a 53% chance I get some boosts. Oh, of course the fucking low ones fire. I would rather be compassionate than shy. Fucking XCOM'd, man. Those raiders didn't do well. Sucks to be those raiders. Are they migrating to Toulouse? Is that what they're up to? How are we looking on that faction? Okay, so we've got a Liberty faction that might fire. There's bits of Kent firing on that we do want. Kent we do want to control. It's going to be one of our long-term territories. I would be quite happy for that to fire. The danger is it would increase the chance of that one firing as well. But I think we can deal with that. And the prestige would be nice. I think we kind of want to keep this low. That's 95 though. Thing is, he's selfless. I think he will give it up when we come of age. Our bishop endorses us. Nice. New bishop. New bishop just dropped, chat. Unsuccessfully did it. Nice. Right, he's on conversion. He's boosting Londinium. He's sorting Londinium out. Okay. And I think we just dropped beneath the faction threshold as well. Black square or white square? Let's have a look. I reckon he is... He is a gambler. But he seems he is a diligent, trusting, impatient guy. I would say he's a white square bishop. He's also shrewd. I really like shrewd. There are very few ways to get shrewd as a trait. Legitimately one of my favourite traits in the game. Look at that boost. How cool is that? He is shrewd but trusting indeed. Increase our intrigue by 1. Yes, please. Anything that is a stat boost we want. In fact, actually, we should now do a meet the peers. Don't need any travel boosts. Don't need a caravan master. Guests. Friends. Fellow vassals, if there are any. The vassals' children. Wait, is red... That's ridiculous. That's some bad fucking UI choices. Red is the stuff that is active. At least make that select colour green or something. Yeah, I think it's probably just because of the mod and its highlight colour. That is pretty bad. Yeah, I think it's just because the mod's active colour is that. Okay, fair enough. They probably can't change it on a contextual basis. Fair enough. I forgive them. Oh yes, ambitious please. Our bishop's gonna lose, but he's still gonna like us. Welcome. 83% chance we gain our learning. Yes, please. Although we didn't, because the game XCOM'd us. 80% chance we increase our prowess. Or we can increase our martial by 1. I want my martial up by 1. Prowess we can increase through armor items. Martial we can't. 90% chance we increase our prowess. Because Aulia... How are we pronouncing that? Answers on a postcard, chat. Dangerous faction is that Liberty faction again. They are just popping over the target total that they could go. Sweet. Right, I think we want to... Another bully. 59% chance we increase our martial by 1 and prowess by 1. So watch him instead become our bully. No, that went well. Right, I reckon we can slide at least one more of them in. Orla. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Thanks for that. That absolutely makes sense. We are 9, so we have 6 more years of regency. Everyone is doing things that they should be doing. Bishop doesn't hate us. He's not far off not hating us. Reckon he will tick up over time. That's sad for us. We can deal with it. They're losing that war now, which is bad. They're just floating on the cusp of being able to do that. Yeah, this is not going to go well for them. No. I am not marrying my sister off to you, but let's see if there is someone worth marrying. The Duchy of Aquitania Prima. Gallo-Roman. 1,700 troops. Where are you at? I mean, culturally, we probably should do that, shouldn't we? That's a flavour marriage. I feel like we should absolutely do that just because it's a flavour marriage. High Chieftain of Man is the other option. I feel like the flavour marriage is good though. Won't go matrilineal, but that's fine. Flavour marriage. And it's a decent alliance anyway. Okay, we are cooking on money. I would like more bowmen and more footmen. Right, convert faith is finished. Where else needs faith conversion? London needs faith conversion. Get on it, man. He is very good. Our knight entered Morma's archery contest. I gained some stuff. Okay. Thanks for that. Being raided. Lads. Lads. Really? You went there? Girls are indeed quite fascinating. She is barren. A barren peasant. No, I'm just going to be over here being all hetero. I don't need to actually fall in love with her. Remarkably, he is still alive. But he's run out of event troops. Oh, son. Gets slammed around. I'm curious historically how quick and effective faith conversion was. Very slow, certainly within the period. What's interesting in Roman Britain terms is you still see, what you tend to see is the local people do tend to take an attitude of, we will happily worship whoever you tell us to worship, but we're also going to carry on worshipping whoever we want to worship as well. There's a lot of bet hedging, basically. So what you see is a very kind of loose Christianity starts to grow in Roman Britain, because it's just generally quite an attractive religion in concept. Because if you think about the way Roman faith and similar faiths work, they're not really faiths in the way that we would understand them in modern terms. They're not really about, you will get to go to a special place when you die that is amazing. They're more, the gods exist in a sort of parallel dimension, and occasionally they come to our dimension and can fuck with you if you're not nice to them. So it's a different style of pantheon and of faith. So when Christianity turns up, people are like, what, so you mean that, like, rather than just having to do offerings so that people don't fuck with me, and that they might do something nice for us, there's this offer of a guarantee of a better life when I die? So Christianity is very attractive. But what seems to persist, and you can see this in the archaeological record, is a persistent belief that whilst I am now going to be loosely Christian because that has better outcomes for me and my family, I'm also not going to entirely stop doing things like small offerings to the old gods, because that's just stuff to do in case. I'm going to do the stuff like put coin offerings whenever I consecrate a new field. I'm going to bury a couple of coins in the ground, because the actual risk to it is tiny, but the upside is potentially big if it happens to improve the outcomes. So you get this gradual drift towards Christianity with some bet hedging on the way. As I understand, Roman religion was based around the ideas that religious practice would improve your daily life, not your after. Yes and no. Roman religion is legitimately based around the principle that you've got a pantheon of gods who live in a sort of pseudo-adjacent dimension, as we would think about it, who spend a lot of time hopping over into ours. And when they are in ours, if they are paying attention to you, you want that attention to be good, because they are generally quite mischievous and annoying people who see us as things not worth bothering with. So it's like, if you are going to try and attract the attention of a god, make sure you do a good offering, because you might be biting off more than you can chew, but also do good offerings and things in case a god happens to glance their eyes over you, because then you don't want them to fuck with you. Yeah, essentially the gods are bastards. That is a critical part of Roman and Greek mythology. Like, it's what means that when people kind of look at it now, they kind of go, oh, it's really weird, like how evil these gods were when you think about it. And it's like, yeah, no, they knew that. The Romans knew that. The Greeks knew that. That was the entire point. Their entire point was that gods are arbitrary and fuck with you, because that was how they'd explain all the unknown stuff that they couldn't deal with. So it's about mitigation. Hellenic religions were very much about mitigation of god behavior, not about kind of living a good life because you will get a reward afterwards. Similar to the fairies aren't real, but I'm not going to cut down the fairy tree. It is exactly that. And we still do that to a certain extent today in things like superstitions and everything else. Someone is plotting against me, hopefully not to murder me. Claim throne, we can deal with claim thrones. That is fine. But yes, I think there's a tendency sometimes to kind of view our ancestors, or view Romans and Greeks, and go, herf derf, look at them with their with their simple religion. It's not a simple religion, it's an incredibly complex religion. The whole thing is built on this principle that the gods are just there, that they come into being based on belief and everything else, and you just need to not fuck with them. I'd argue not so much evil as didn't give a shit. Yeah, I mean, that's really what I'm getting at. The results of their actions are more often evil than not, but they are evil to us because we are affected by them. To the gods themselves, it's just arbitrary. They think no more about screwing with a human than we would going into the garden and stepping on a snail, going, oh dear, how sad I stood on the snail. That's what the gods are doing. Don't get in the way of the gods. Don't get between the gods. Don't draw their attention, because they don't give a shit about you. And because they don't give a shit about you, they're not going to do nice things to you. It's just their nature. We are but ants to them. We are inferior. We are minor. It was dumb Norix who was doing it. Swans break your arm is just Zeus being a git. Yeah, well, this is also why so much of ancient Greek stuff is very, very, frankly, rapey. Is because the reason that Zeus just does what he wants with women as much as with men is because we are nothing to him. So this is the critical part of all of these Roman religion things and Greek religions. The Romans are slightly varied from this. The Romans believe that you can have more of an influence if you are awesome. The gods are going to want to associate with you. That's part of Roman religion in a way that it isn't for Greeks. We can become deceitful, vengeful, or calm. I suspect we want calm. For the intrigue and diplo boosts. I don't... Deceitful is +4 intrigue. And we're alright on diplo. No. It also interacts interestingly with the prevalence of slavery in those societies. Slavery is a very odd one for Romans and everything else, and it's really just about your... It's essentially that life will screw you, and that is not really anyone's fault. It just... That's what life does, and if you've been on the bad end of life, well... Tough. That's just the outcome. Count Andronicus of Virtus is a non-believer. Nice. We survive past this regency. I think we're going to do quite well, you know. We can swing those scales with some gold and should. I still think he's going to give it up. It's going to be a hell of a lot easier the lower down he is on the power spectrum. Right, we out-troop Wales now. This is good. I'm tempted to see if there's anything else we can build, but I don't think there is. Being raided. But yeah, Roman religion is legitimately fascinating. Same with Greek religion, because it is so different to Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, which means it's just so utterly alien to most of Western society as to how conceptually it worked. The gods are like the CK3 Pope. Yeah, not far off. Grand Tour. I don't really want to do a Grand Tour. I want to do another Meet the Peers. Yeah, I mean, basically doing offerings for 87 troops, Jesus. For Romans is really an insurance policy mostly. And there is a tendency, I mean, if you go to Bath and look at some of the inscriptions they find where people are asking for vengeance or praying for intercession, there's always an underlying thing with that, which is be careful what you wish for. That's essentially the underlying ethos of all of it. Yeah, we'll get a crush on Orla, why not? Like, if you are going to draw the Eye of Sauron that is the gods to look at you, be very sure that you want to do it, because the outcome, if they decide arbitrarily that what you're offering is not good enough, then the outcome is just as likely to be negative or as positive. Friendship with Earl Esus, who is our vassal in Camalodunum. So friends with earls within our kingdom is generally a good idea. Count Andronicus is a non-believer. We have accidentally passed on that secret. Don't care. Play rough. He becomes our friend. I'm not getting any trait ones, which is mildly annoying. Be nice to get some trait boosts, please. Well, that's fucking annoying. We basically got nothing out of that. Find your monitor turned on. Monitors are good. Computers are hard without monitors. I have a very nice Dell monitor. It cost me a lot of money, but it's very good. Oh, hello. Our uncle in Fife has a lot of troops. He doesn't want an alliance, so screw you, uncle in Fife. Well, friends are useful in game. I mean, if that Earl is our friend, that is useful because he is then not going to plot against us. But is it as useful as picking up some actual frickin' points? No, because we can always become friends with someone later on. We can't get extra points once we've finished being a child. So not sure we're going to get another Meet the Peers in. 2 years. We might scrape one in. We might scrape one in. I forgot we can hold gladiatorial contests. Who are you? Where are you at? I mean, depends. We probably want to set our brother up. Was that matrilineal or not? No, because if we... I think we want to find him a spouse with traits. Because I don't think we need the alliance. We've got a Dacio-Roman woman here who is intelligent. Because I think we want to give him... Cornwall. Or we give him Britannia Prima. The real friends were the pile of bodies we made along the way. What exactly? Right. Priest has done religious conversion. Well, apparently he has not. It says he's just finished convert faith. But that is not converted. Game? Being raided. The nice thing is at least we are mostly strong enough to dealing with being raided at the moment. Which is doing us quite nicely in fame terms. We need to watch this, chat. We also need a Chancellor. Count P... Right, how good are you at Chancellor? Okay, you're not very good. Yeah, okay, fine, you can have it. Count Epiphianus. I wonder if he has lots of ideas. Spend some piety on that. I'd rather not spend the gold. So that's keeping us below 3. I don't really want to become melancholic. She's beaten me up again. I've been beaten up by a small child multiple times. Never says how big the spiders are when we use them. Yeah, there is that. Mickey Simbo, thank you for giving out a community gift sub to Pope Meow Meow, the most kitty of popes. They're popping out Sprogs. That is a Alarnus, without a doubt. Sure. Was it Papa? It was Papa. I'm too locked into CK3 mode. I see anything close to the word Pope, and I assume it's a Pope, and I must eat. I can pardon my Marshal, and my Marshal doesn't like me. I'm going to do that. Why not? Minority vassals feel that their faith culture is marginalised by their liege. Yeah, we kind of need to address that. I want to see if this flips first. Essentially, we can do that to promote, or we can do cultural acceptance with him. Our tutor died. That is annoying, because she was a good tutor. Sergi, our sister-in-law, is probably just as good for the remainder. Low, she's got intelligent. I don't think we're going to get anyone else who's better than that. It's too late to convert culture, so... hopefully she won't try and kill us. We could go and win this war for them, but do we really care? I feel like we don't. Oh shit, yes we do. Because our kids would inherit it. That's a choice. That is a choice. Chat, what do you think? Oh, we can absolutely get a better betrothal. She's brave, rowdy, irritable, and not very traity. So we could get better kids. I feel like in roleplay terms, though, we want to go to war there, don't we? I mean, that's Orléans. And Orléans is tasty, man. It feels very Arthurian as well, the whole running off to the continent. And she is also Illyrio-Roman. Have we ever met her or been to Orléans? Nope. Where the Illyria come from? I assume her father was the Alan, and her mother... oh no, yeah, her father was the Illyrio-Roman. It was her mother who was an Alan. Time to take a vacation to France with 2,544 of our closest friends. I mean, there are more of them than there are of us. Hold up. No, same religion. I mean, if we wipe that lot out before the others turn up... aren't we allied to him? Who's prosecuting the war? It's the Count of Sancerre. There's a bit of a Roman resurgence going on here, which is good. I honestly don't know what we do here. Oh, fuck it. Let's try and save our wife-to-be. And we do have amazing cataphracts. And a very good commander. At least we now know how much money we lose when we're fully raised. Cold-hearted nemesis of mine, Tanakris, she is our nemesis. She has gone full Morgana, hasn't she? She's convinced our regent to divorce his wife and marry her. There's a 50% chance he sees the error of his waves, or a 50% chance he grows. Man, it's all getting a bit dramatic down here. Right, they know they can't win. This just comes down to whether we can catch them in the field before they get allies. We need to tackle this before they can group up. Court summon them. Right. Who started this war? They still out-troop us. Sancerre is a single county. If we take that, we win the war. Kill them, we got a much better fucking chance of achieving shit. Just that bit fast, we got them, we got them. We help her on the siege. I think he's retreating on there. Don't move off. Stay with us. No. Right, we can squeeze in another meat piers. See if we manage to get anything on this before we come of age. Because they're starting to mash troops now. 7 months. Come on, the siege. Severina Parsi becomes our friend. Don't care. Ah, well. This is going to be annoying. We're not going to get any traits again, are we? Is he actually used to? He's our friend already, so him losing a bit of opinion is not bad. Singular focus is a learning boost, but general opinion boost, but loss of stress, so we'll go with that. Oh, we got very unlucky there. 70% chance we save him. Kid died. Welcome to chat, Nicole Pos 07. Better than 7 other, or 6 other Nicole Posses. Right, we're going to get this siege first, and then we're going to smash them. Oh, it's a double fucking fort territory. That's fine, we can beat them. And that is a whole bunch of their troops gone. Game? How are you not in the war? Everyone is out apart from this dude. How does that work? Siege that, we win. With the help of Sergia, I've completed my studies of stewardship. Even if the highest aspects of the subject eludes me, I did fairly great. Good stuff. What do we get? Could be worse. Could be worse. That's not bad. We're well rounded. How do we get to war here? We got to war here because we were married to... Well, we are betrothed to Ulpia. Ulpia was her daughter, who became... She was the Duchess of this territory. Now, she was the second daughter of her, so she was meant to inherit everything. But she died, which meant that when she died, Ulpia, who we are betrothed to, inherited all of this territory. Now, normally I would have just said, well, whatever, we're not going to do it, because it was very much an alliance. It was just to get the alliance. It was an alliance of convenience. But now, our future wife, who is patrilineally married to us, so our kids will inherit this territory, is in charge. So suddenly, it is very much of value to us to get control of this territory. Right, we lost our spy master. Our sister-in-law, who really likes us, would be a good one. That will do. Right, we need to get some sways going on now we're old enough. First things first. Right, I think London has finally converted. Yeah, London has converted. So the reason those vassals are getting annoyed is because I keep converting places. And they really don't like it. Our court position would actually be an okay. Our bishop would be an okay. Yeah, sure, why not? Right, lifestyles first. I kind of want to go on this to get those two. Just so it's done. Because we are under our domain cap, but we are also still a regency. Is he gonna... Right, there's a 90% chance he accepts. If we offer him a bit of piety, he is 100% going to accept. So this was what I was saying about why it was useful for us to make sure we got a selfless regent. Because he's terrified of us, he's not got ambitions to control it, and his personality, because he's a selfless guy, is adding 80 to that. Now there's a 90% chance he just does it if we offer him nothing, so I'm tempted to go with that. Now watch as the game XCOMs us. He would lose opinion of us though. I don't really want to offer him that much gold. Oh fuck it, you can have the piety. And the problem is we're getting 2 from the regency. So maybe we don't want to discharge this just yet. Because the maximum extra stewardship we can give ourselves right now is 3. Which is only going to take us to 14. And 14 is not enough to get us an extra point. So we would, if we cancel this right now, we are going to be 1 below our domain limit. Whereas, if we did it after we had yoinked enough territory and had the money to form Britain, we would get +1 from being a king, which would counter the fact that we're losing 2 from being a regent. So I think we go learning, because dev boosting London is our priority. We're already up to 15. Control is gradually getting up there. So anything we can do here, actually Seneschal will be quite useful. And it would keep our brother around. Don't need missionaries at the moment. The others we need to be a king to get. Wouldn't it be enough, isn't it, every 6 stewardship? I think it's every 5. It might be every 6, because we're only getting domain limit +1. They might have upped it. It was every 5. But maybe it's every 6 now, in which case it would be enough to just trigger that. But the problem is we then have to complete the track to give the extra 3 stewardship. Might be a mod thing. I don't know. Is it 6 now in the base game? I reckon we can risk keeping ourselves under a regency for a bit longer. The cultural head, what are we looking into? Naval carpentry. Can we just not? Who the fuck picked that? Someone is plotting to kill me. Right, Sergia will protect me. We're fine. Jesus, how big is that castle? That we can't siege it. We are being raided, which is annoying, but unsurprisingly, it's our nemesis. And she would go on the run. but he might like me less. So I think right now we're not going to do it. Yeah, everyone who said it was Mrs. Regent, you absolutely called it. Alright, how long on this siege? 6 months. How long on that siege? 7 months. Okay, fine, we're going to get this one first. This war is very annoying. Oh, we can sway people now. We really want... How old is he? 53. 62. 58. Yeah, we'll sway you. Convert that. Siege, kill him. Awfully nice of them to split up. So she stays in control of Orleans. She's 12. So we get to marry her shortly. We need one more county, if I remember mathematically. We have 4 prisoners who can be ransomed now. A reasonable amount of money. Since we're kind of murderable at the moment, who's our player heir? I mean... Our sister, Uther? Which isn't the end of the world. Because we matrilineally married her. We can create the Kingdom of Dumnonia. Yeah, but that only gives us de jure over those two, which is less useful, way less useful, than creating the Kingdom of Britannia. You, sir, have no friends. And having no friends, less troops, and being on my border when I need one more county to form Britannia is not a good look for you. I assume he just hired some mercs or a holy order or something, but doesn't matter. We got him. Anyone else we can ransom? Yes. Yes. Could you see felt? I mean, we have trade goods in this. Do we have felt? There was a way to see trade goods. It's resources. So these places don't have resources because they're not showing anything. These has wood. That's a trade port. That's dyes. This is all cloth. Leather. Don't know if we've got felt. Is felt a resource? A resource is only in feudal holdings. I don't think so, because a lot of this won't be feudal. That's cloth. Unless there is a specific resource that I don't know about, which is entirely possible. Because that's going to be iron, I think. Copper. And wood. So I guess maybe is the answer. We're really pushing the dev growth from Londinium. Ah, faith! Gotcha. Faith. I can absolutely show you faith. So, faiths in this mod, you have a variety of kind of sub-Christian mods, and then you have a lot more kind of sort of pagan ones and some stuff. So you can see at the moment that we've got Arian, which is a form of Christianity, which is very common among the tribes, the sort of the migratory tribes, which is why it's very strong here among the Visigoths and similar. You've got Chalcedonian Christianity, which was the kind of the strongest vein, which we are. You've got, I'm not sure how you pronounce this, Kavir, which is essentially Druidism. Easiest, I think, is also, yeah, it's an unreformed one, so it's a sort of ancestor worship, so we got that going on over there. You've got Gaelic, and then variants on things going on over there. Irminsul, I'm guessing, yeah, is unreformed Twisticism, just a native faith of Scandinavia and Germania. So, Arianism big, bit of Nestorian popping around there. Mazokite going on down here. But yeah, we're kind of trying to bring Chalcedonian Christianity gradually, and I think we've got it everywhere in our kingdom. Well, no, we've got one more once we convert this, but also need to convert the place we're on now. Once we get this siege, we'll be laughing. Our sister-in-law wants to bonus. I think house sweet, but no. She is our spy master. I feel like pissing our brother off is a bad idea. Free money. Dangerous faction is a Liberty faction. Who's in it? Kent we want to get hold of. So it's mostly a Kentish plot. Bring it. St. Nicholas the Wonderworker punched Arius in the face. I feel like we should follow in his footsteps. You know, we'll see how they go. Time to end regency. No, I want to be king. I want to be king, or I want to have the money to become king. And do we have the prestige to become king? Oh no, we'll get prestige for founding it, won't we? So a few months. In a few months, we will have enough to declare the Kingdom of Britannia, because I think we have sufficient provinces now. 21, so we just need the money. Sister-in-law is intelligent and a good catch. She would be if she wasn't married to my brother. Because we want to give my brother land in Dumnonia. So, yeah. Don't want to be pissing him off, because he's actually quite good. Right. Why can't we push that button? Does the struggle just stop us doing it? Oh, is it because we are in a regency? So now we've got the money. 88 if we offer him nothing, 100 if we offer him some piety. We're kind of swimming in piety. Regency is over. Still can't clicky the button. Does the struggle disable that? Remote culture is slower. Unlocks a claim liege title. Unlocks a claim throne. Study art scheming decision. Max hostile schemes +1. Duchies might be it. I don't think so. You don't need duchies. To my knowledge. I don't think you need duchies to form kingdoms. Because it would say here, you just need the amount of counties. Why can't I push that button? I've told at least 2 titles of rare rank. I've got 2. I'm the Duchy of Wessex, and I've got the Duchy of Britannia Prima. And I've got the Duchy of... I've got too many fucking duchies. That's part of the problem. Running around here with fucking... too many duchies. Some of your territories inside Wales, does it count those somehow? No, because I've actually got more than 21 things I control. So it's not counting the Welsh ones. I mean, the struggle is the obvious candidate reason for it. But it should tell you like, unlocks the creation of the Empire of Britannia. Like, this is the one we want to be aiming for anyway. In terms of the outcomes. Maybe the struggle thinks the kingdom of the empire is the empire. Maybe. Right, we're on limited. I just feel like it should tooltip it somewhere if it's... Right, there's nothing on this list that says it should block anything. Seems to be some reports in the Reddit for the mod about Britannia weirdness. Yeah, in which case, what I'm going to do in the background is take a copy of this save. Just so if it's useful to the modders, we can pass it on. And then we'll try a reload just to see if that sorts it. Because we can play around it. It's just annoying. Right, what do I want? Documents. Where are my saves? Paradox Interactive. Crusader Kings 3. Save games. Constantius Iron Man. Into desktop. Let's just create a new folder. Here's Buggy. Stick it in there. Right, let's try... Actually, first things first, let's give it a month tick. We're going to give it a month tick. Just to make sure it's not like a hangover of the regency. Right, that's a month tick. We're not getting it as an option here. It's not saying you can found the kingdom of whatever. Still only says we can create Dumnonia. Yeah, it's a total conversion mod, so it changes everything. I think it is exactly as the weirdness suggests. I think it's something where they've locked out the Empire of Britannia, but it's locking out the kingdom title as well. Which it shouldn't do. We can play around it. I mean, essentially playing around it is going to be conquering the Welsh. Because if we can usurp the Kingdom of Wales, that will help. At least it will give us more titles than that does, but still only says we can create Dumnonia. Kingdom titles. Britannia is a kingdom title. It's not created. The button is greyed out and you can't push it, even though everything is selected. So right now we can't create that. Now, if we got to Illustrious, we could essentially found a new kingdom, which would kind of deal with the situation. But I'd rather not fuck with the core provinces in Britain, because I suspect the mod does a lot of stuff to get bonuses or whatever else off of them. So instinctively, I'd much rather steal Wales off of... Fuck me, how have you got another 2,700 special soldiers from somewhere? What's generating special soldiers for these fuckers? I have to play this mod with one of the other rulers and see where they keep coming from. He's Chalcedonian now. I could take that off of him. We can assert Wales, but what I actually kind of want to do at the moment is do we have to swear fealty to plot against him from within? But the special soldiers event show no memories. I don't know. Can we see his memories? Apparently not. I mean, that is a kingdom level rank title, so I think we have to do it. Is Form Britannia a decision? No, I did have a look. It is not currently a decision. I genuinely think it's the struggle that's locking it out. I think the struggle is locking it out, but... So I think the struggle is locking the title out, but the problem is that we can't see whether that's deliberate or not. But that's the ending condition we want to head for. Which basically means conquer fucking everywhere. Because we have to meet all of these requirements. That might be a good reason to form the Cornish kingdom, the capital kingdom constraint. As in, it means that there's never a... Because Cornwall is only 2 provinces and one would be our capital, we're never going to get really pissed off vassals about the fact that the capital province is in a duchy that's not being given out. So we'd get to keep hold of Cornwall without ever having to form Cornwall. %, of the de jure counties of your capital kingdom must be Britannia. Oh, you mean as in on here? That's a piece of piss though, because we're going to convert stuff on that anyway. I mean, looking at this, on the basis that the Kingdom of Britannia is bugged, we're going to need to create it anyway, because we're going to need to create Dumnonia anyway, because we need to create and completely control these 2 de jure kingdoms of Britannia, and the only ones that are de jure for that actually have territory assigned, because I'm assuming that these are event-based. You notice they don't have any de jure territories. It's always been sucked off, giggity, into Britannia. So the only ones we can hold to do it anyway, the Old North, nice, is, I think they're either event-based or things is we can't create any of those. So the only ones we can actually create are Dumnonia, and then we'll need to steal Wales, which would give us our 2. So I think we do need to create Dumnonia anyway. Yeah, we're going full Star Trek 4. We need Wales. But we do definitely need to create Dumnonia. So we might as well create it. Now, what we can also do is rename it. Like, I feel what we should... Like, what was the Roman province name? Was it Britannia Prima for that area of... We can find a map. Roman provinces, 5th century. Give me some province lists. Show me provinces. The province was just called Britannia. Yeah, show me hot provinces in my area. I'm probably just going to call it Kingdom of. Yeah, but Dumnonia would have been... Because that's really kind of named after the tribe. I mean, we can stick with Britannia Prima for now. What's the adjective for that, though? I mean... Wait, this is Wessex now? I just gone with Britannia Prima. Oh, wouldn't it have been Britannia... Let's go with Britannia Mile. Or Britannia Minor. For now, we are Britannia Minor. We double N? We're not going to be that terrible colour. Little Britain would have been Britannia, though, or what we now know as Brittany. Britannia Inferior was the north. Yeah, Britannia. Maybe we should go with Britannia Major then. Why is this shield still coloured out? The wrong colour. Why is this shield not changed? This is where you need. This is where we need. Can you pass the pie in chat? It would have been Britannia Prima. Yeah, I kind of wondered that, but I don't want to rename it because we've already got a duchy called Britannia Prima. That was my gut instinct, but I think for now we'll leave it with that. What we will do is we'll be a bit... There's technically no J in Hatton. Because the problem is none of this is de jure, so they're all going to be really fucking annoyed with us. Right. We do now need to sort shit out. Because we hold 5 duchies, which is too much. First things first, which 3 are we keeping? Now, I think we do want to take Kent back. No, we decided that Vincastra, Londinium, and probably over here, we can arguably destroy that title. Because the only person who's going to be pissed off about that title is down here. So this actually means we can keep hold of that for now and not have to stress about it. I think we move realm capital here. I think we give this to our brother. And that is going to, for now, because when this faction fires, why is he showing as a 445% of my troops? He absolutely does not. When this all fires, we're going to get a ton of Kent back. Like, all of Kent is going to fire. Cleveland just has a trade port. We are benefiting from the other things around here, but I think we give that to our brother. Because that's an instant alliance. still doesn't want an alliance, which surprises me. They fire because they can't take it anymore. Why does a 6-year-old in Kent have a regent? Yeah, I suspect a pot fell on his head. That is territory we want back really as well anyway. So we kind of want that to fire. I just quite like one of these guys to not fire with it. Which is tricky as we don't really have anyone to marry off. Mind you, he's going to bring us some troops. Like, she's got troops again now. Our wife's got troops. He's got troops. As long as they both join in, which they should do, we'd win that. He's travelling. You can see the little symbol. He's travelling. He's on a pilgrimage towards Jerusalem. So we should win that. Damn, man. Men at arms maintenance minus 2%. Yes, please. Our house banner reduces construction costs. And that's just a thing. We'll probably let that one just die off, to be honest. So we want to save up a bit of cash. Start commissioning artifacts. Yes, but let's not lose the kingdom first. Because we're going to want Powys. Really do with a marriage alliance to him. I'm going to go into debt for that, because him not attacking us in the middle of a civil war would be very useful. She is a trained healer. Well, I mean, she's a wise woman. Right, now we're getting down into factions. I mean, you lot can fuck off, but that's not directly my territory. So I'm not that fussed about killing them, because it would hurt our troop numbers more than anything else. Right, she has 413 troops. Problem is we're in debt. Now, we do actually have reasons of imprisonment. No, that was probably a mistake. Oh, no, no. Yeah, no, yeah. No, go over there. And you... stationed. No. If we try and imprison him, he will rise up in revolt. Other people will rise up as well. But that might be more winnable, because that lot will go for it. But we could slam straight into his armies, take him out, run away, call in the allies. It's a bit high risk, but it might be more controllable than triggering the much larger Liberty faction war. And a bunch of those should drop out of that faction because they will rebel with him. Trouble is, it means firing off the war while we're in debt. I think it might be the way to do this. We're not swaying or plotting against anyone at the moment, no. How long until that fires? 6 months. She's our marshal. I really don't want her to go because she's quite good. But I don't think she'd do it for him. Our council went because we rearranged the kingdoms. So we should actually give those out first. Like, steward should absolutely be him. Spymaster, I mean, frankly, I'm tempted to make it our brother. Chancellor... him being Chancellor might be enough to stop him rebelling. Can we... Can we negotiate an alliance? I don't think you can negotiate alliances with your vassals. Like, we can arrange marriages with him. Right, 1 more month takes us out of debt. Right, we are officially out of debt. We're about to go back into debt. We are officially out of debt. This is very much about smacking their armies around before they can concentrate. It's about basically making the most of the fact that we had our troops and already raised. And they didn't. As soon as our allies turn up, we'll win this. Right, allies. Sure, Jan, land there. How are you so fast? No way you should have been able to do that. Right, we need to unsiege London. Yeah, we will let him lead that. Okay, now we're cooking. And we can get out of debt. I feel like we need some... Let's go with... Right, we need to keep smacking their armies around while we can. Running away. We'll deal with those raiders on the way through. Where are we converting faith right now? We're not. Who are you? Yes, free money. Marshal. Commander and Knight. He's ugly. He's 61. Telemachus, you can have it, because we're going to give you some territory after this. Steward. Countess Verena, hello. Right, chat, remind me in 10 months. 10 months, we need to flip her from that to doing cultural conversions around here, because she's going to be very good at it. Right, they're sieging London again. Right, can you lot? Can we get some trooping grouping up going on here, please, AI? We want scientific and we want planned cultivation. Because I'm going to there and I could really do with you guys coming in to help. Okay. Now we are cooking. 400 troops yet. Sieges. Go siege people. As long as they stay from London, I don't give a shit what they siege. Well, London and our cash cow. We have exactly 69 viewers at the moment, by the way, chat. According to my type counter, anyway. Capture someone, we can't ransom them. These two should be enough for us to win, so let them run around and do whatever the fuck they want to do up here. They're going to try and siege London again, but we should get that first. Well, we might want to think about next time we can build a building in London, just boosting it. Because it is a bit too easy to siege. You better finish fucking first, you bastard. Just elite level gaming. Elite level gaming, chat. Right, that actually resets that, so I'm going to take this opportunity to flip this. So it's only Verulanium. Actually needs flipping there. So actually, if you look at our struggle ending options, it's the capital kingdom. Interestingly, it considers Britannia to be the capital kingdom, so yeah, we just need to be slamming as many cultural conversions as we can. This, I think, is the problem. For some reason, it thinks that Britannia is already a thing. Either that or it needs rewording. Britannia is a de jure kingdom of your capital location. Well, this is it. And maybe that would cheese it round it if Dumnonia was. That's easy enough to test. We can test that later on. We have the porniest archbishop ever. That is a very porny archbishop. I'm going to sway him. Doesn't like us that much. Our brother's got a cool eye patch now. Right. Which is the sexiest bit of Kent? Canterbury. Physician died. Well spotted. We will get ourselves a new physician. Thank you. Nothing about Kent is sexy. Realistically, yes. But for now, we're keeping hold of it. So we will keep hold of that for now. That means we should have prison now that we can ransom. Fuck off out of my kingdom. Yeet yourself abroad. Oh, he's not imprisoned by me. That's a shame. That would have been another 100 gold. Clawbit poking into my realm there, pure filth. Clawbit? Where's a clawbit? Oh, shit! Wales! Fuck happened there? Anreged. Wales is getting eaten, man. Wales, yes. Buckinghamshire. Oh yeah, no, that we need to deal with. He's got too many troops at the moment. Who else have we got imprisoned who rebelled against us? You, madam. I don't think there's any benefit to us keeping you around either. Actually, she does like us. She is naturally loyal. Like, we could get 50 gold off her. Or we could just take the opinion boost from releasing her. I'm gonna be nice. I'm just gonna release her. Because she stays positive. And we can't give anyone else seats on the council anyway, so... We do want to give Telemachus some territory. So who else are we... Oh yeah, taking Sussex off this one. You can fuck off. Telemachus. Have... No, it's not Vincastria. Have Novio Magia. Let's make sure we've got that right. Grant titles. That one. Dickhead. There's no way he should dislike me that much. Apparently he held... Yeah, we need to give that out, really. I mean, I'm less fussed about him liking us now. So we could give it to him. Let's random generate. He was actually alright. Right, do we have anyone else in prison? Yes. Countess Publia we kind of want to release because she is a very good warrior. I do just quite like her, but she is ambitious, greedy and sadistic. She is the right culture though. I mean, it's 10 gold we didn't have. Him, I'm kind of happy to just leave in prison. I know he's got good stewardship, we've already got a good steward. I like her, we'll release her. Who's going after our wife? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Being raided, you say? Right, as they're raised, we might as well go help her out. Because together we'll win, whereas separately she won't. Wife, do you want to come help? can actually marry now. But the problem is where she's going to follow my troops. Maharaja Jahira Devandaran owns mace. Sure, why not? It's a shitty mace, but it's better than not having a mace. Right, how about you come with me and we kick this... No? No, you don't think that winning the war is a good idea? You're against that idea? Because that would win the war. I'm just saying it would win the war. And you know, winning the war is kind of the point, dear. She's besieging the enemy war leader, but there's too many territories to take him out quickly. So he's going to take her out quicker than we will. Together, we would beat his armies. We won't beat them when they come in. This is how you lose a betrothal, wife. Wife? Honey? Honey? No? Don't fancy coming down here and helping us win this little war here? Dear? Like, we beat them, we win the war. I'm just saying. Before they siege down your capital. Which would be quite bad. Oh, my sister's now not married. Feel like maybe just getting her to pop out some good kids might be useful. Like, all of this is kind of split up now and I'm less worried about it. He's still a pain in the arse, but Holy Order would help on that. I don't think there's anyone in the kingdom that we're really desperate for an alliance with. With our brother taking less territory. Right, that should realistically be part of that. Quite sure how that's working out. Odd bugger going on there. Should we just marry her for traits? See if we can get to pop out some good kids? Marry... No geniuses around. Do Vandals get cool units? Migration CB. Battlefield looters, quarrelsome. Do they get any unique units? Doesn't look like it. Let's marry her to the Roman dude. Have some good children. Oh, she thought, and now I've got a wife with a silly hat. Money. You want to know a bug you might find interesting about units? Yeah, you can tell me. Right, do you want to come help? Because if you come help, we'll win. Honey? Honey? Thanks for all your help, honey. Thanks, dear. Sweetie. My precious cupcake. King's Rook redeems silly hat. For what character? She kind of already has one, if you're thinking of my wife. I'll take the stress on that. Some of the units have a coding problem where they're not classified correctly, so there are no counters. Interesting. Hope they fix that. Wife, but as an anti-silly hat. We can absolutely do that. Honey, chat says you need to take that jug off your head. Oh, I don't think we can. Because technically she's not in our court. Don't think we can. That's a shame. Right, you know what? It's more important for me to go kill them. Right. As we're still on this track, we're not going to be educating our own kids. Because we're not smart. Let's just get Know Thyself, because then we don't have to return to this track. How is our council doing? She has finished promoting culture. Yeah, onto that. 2 years. At least they've clearly made it so cultural conversion isn't too hard to do. Because otherwise that'd be a frickin' nightmare. To be fair, we are kind of already wearing a silly hat. But we can go sillier. Can go semi-fez. There you go. We're going with the boob hat. I assume he's at war with someone else. Right, the reason I want to keep smacking these around is, technically speaking, if they grouped up, they could beat her. So what I don't want to do is run off to the other side of the map. And then they ambush her. Because I don't think she's very good at war, you know. Care to end the war, please, honey? Thank you, my precious. Right. Meanwhile, back home. Now, what I do want to check first, so court physician would be useful. Let's invite to see if we can get one. Our court grandeur is below expectations. Well, that's fair. We can deal with that. Let's at least go to level 2 on everything. We look very silly. You must repent. That's fine. Have fun. I feel like we should nibble on Wales while we've got the chance. Get that kingdom founded. Then we've cleared off our 2 kingdoms rule. Do you ever discover what happened there? I would guess somehow, and it's a good question, I'm guessing he's no longer around. Because that was like a full kingdom dissolution. Don't think we can see... I can't see anything here that's giving us obvious clues. And the Wales's title history. Don't think it really gives you much. I mean, it just says destroyed. Did he destroy it? He inherited it. Yeah, maybe he gave in to a dissolution faction. Guess that must be it. I can't think of another reason. So I think it must be that. Maybe he had so many other faction issues going on that he just couldn't deal with it and just had to give it up. Like, that would make sense. Maybe he inherited it and yeah, it just... He had other shit going on, and they forced him to dissolve it? Who knows?